Mike Cisneros back here post-game at Goggin Ice Arena after the Crusaders' 6-5 loss to the Columbus, Indiana Icemen. And the post-game show is brought to you by USA Sports in the Forest Fair Mall. And with me is Crusaders coach Rob Lubanski. And Coach, the Crusaders, they pretty much looked pretty flat today.
Yeah, we did for two periods. We were flat, and looked like the guys, playing 3 games in 48 hours was taking a little toll on them. But I thought we came out in the third period and played one of our better periods of the year, and we didn't get a break. We fell a little short, but we're happy with the third period. Not happy with the first two, though.
That shows what emotion can do. The Crusaders playing for a slot in the finals, really needing to come back in the third period, and they did. And as you said, you had to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, in a game like that, whoever gets that break at the end of the game, that's usually who ends up coming out on top. And we had a little luxury because we could play for a tie. If we had tied, we'd advance to the finals. But again, a little bounce here, a little bounce there, and we're in the finals. But we'll be happy to play for third place tomorrow.
In the first game that we saw, the Crusaders pretty much stayed out of the penalty box. Today, penalties just killed you guys.
Sometimes it's a little different, and we talked about that in between periods about how different officials call a game. Some officials let more go, and some are calling it a little tighter. And today, it took us a long time to get a feel for how the referees were calling the game, and it ended up hurting us.
An impressive performance for Columbus by number 8, Ryan Stantonfield. He was just all over the place and even made a big defensive play late in the game that really kept the Crusaders from getting something going. You had to be impressed with him. How do you stop a guy like that?
Well, you got to put a body on him. And last night we had the same trouble with one particular player. We couldn't put a body on him. And if you don't put a body on a guy like that, hey, he's going to freewheel all night and he's going to put the puck in the net. And that's what happened. What we preach is to play the body, and we didn't do a good enough job on him. You're right.
This season, in this tournament, a better showing than last year, so you've got to be happy with that, playing for third place in the tournament tomorrow. Where do you go from here? What do you tell the guys after a tough loss like this one?
Well, again, we kind of accentuate the positive on this. We're happy with the third period, and we try to build on that. I think one thing everybody's got to remember is we won 7 games all of last year, and right now we've already won 6. So, and we've only played 8. So, things are going good. We're still playing good hockey. We're certainly not ready to pack things in. It's a long season, and we beat the teams in our league, which kind of sent a message to them. So, we're happy. We certainly don't have our head between our tail. That's for sure.
Well, the Crusaders again putting on a fine performance in the third period. Any plans for any extra conditioning? With tired legs this week, in this game, still coming back in the third period to do as well as they did, you might say, well, maybe not.
Yeah, sometimes when we played 2 games in one day yesterday, and then you come back and play a game today, it's going to take its toll. And, we're a team that only plays 2 lines, where a lot of teams play 3. So conditioning is a factor, and that should get better and better as the year goes on. And, that's something we certainly work on in practice.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us. After a tough loss, Rob Lubanski joining us. And for John Tomer, our videographer, I'm Mike Cisneros, saying that the post-game show is brought to you by USA Sports and Forest Fair Mall. Once again, Mike Cisneros saying so long, everyone.